do you think one of the things that separates people from making it right now and that those that don't? Because, during the last 2 years, it's not nearly as hard as the world that you entered and that I was in, but it's still pretty tough. So what would you say are some of the separators from people that are making it?
Problem solvers. Real estate is stressful and it's emotional, and you have to be the one that keeps the emotion out of it for your clients, partly because you don't want to ruin their experience and their excitement by sharing all of the background noise that's happening between you and the agent and the seller, buyer, and if you can't be the barrier, I try to make this process as easy as possible for clients. And part of that is just shielding them from the stress and the chaos that's happening behind them and coming to them with solutions. And real estate is not an immediate success out of the gate. Yeah. And I think if you think it's going to be all glitz and glam, you're in for a very strong surprise. And not everybody wants to work nights and weekends. I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions about this industry is the whole real estate is flexible. No, it's not. We have to be the ones that are flexible because you have to work around their schedule.
Yeah. I think HGTV does a horrible job of illustrating that point. They need the 9:45 video of you with a laptop on your lap and your phone on you and the kid's sick as you're trying to deal with a contract addendum and get on all sides of it. So That's a great point. Now I love what you kind of mentioned there, though, that, problem solvers, because I feel you have to have the right temperament in this business. I ran across I was doing a deal recently where the agent became too personal, not for the agent that I was working with, but the listing agent. And, to me, it's top producers. I don't ever feel that top producers bring that into it, right? It's you represent the client, but it's not personal that they want 9 items on a home inspection or whatever. So,
right.
And it's such a good point, and being a problem solver. Now, you talked about the 20% angle. So 80% is coming from past client database, referrals from the past clients looking to move. Now let's talk about the 20%.
Yep. So people find me online. A lot of them cite my Google reviews. I work really hard on collecting reviews. It's a really important piece for anyone. The minute you have someone who bought, sold, or rented, ask them for a review, put it on Google. Hey, do you mind if I send you this link? And then I send it. And then, people are so busy. If you know when they're moving, try to avoid that day.
Have you kind of figured out the secret sauce to help have those reviews kind of help you get more business? If you search top agents in your area, you're obviously going to come up in your reviews, but anything past that you've been able to kind of
reply to the reviews. So
okay.
I've noticed that people don't always get into the details. So I had one client, we found them something off market. It was a one in a lifetime deal. And they didn't mention any of that in the review. So, right. He was she was great. We'll give her 5 stars, blah, blah. So I went in and I replied with some of those details so that people can see, it's not just conventional. There are things that I do that are out of the box to try and get people into something. Yeah. So if you can help with that, that will also help you.
That's smart. And kind of adding the different, I love the idea of adding the information, because especially if somebody's very analytical and they see that, here's your paragraph and a half of oh, it's a pleasure helping you find this once in a lifetime opportunity. Yeah. They're going to go, oh, okay. It's not just great job over and over. So